Welcome back, everybody, to our live feed here from the Martensville Recreation Complex. This brand new facility playing host to the UMH-68 U14 Saskatchewan Challenge. This is game number 2, and we're featuring black taking on blue. Introducing the rosters for the game today. We'll just check to make sure we get them in the right order. Starting with blue, on defense, we've got Keaton, Kelly, Owen Grant, Sam Clausen, Colby Holland, Kiefer Pilling, and the forwards, Braden Gorel, Riley Souster, Kason Shays, Rowan Eistis, Walker Morrow, Santiago Serrano Parker, Jet Jakubek, Yukon Kim, and Nate Lintott, and the goaltenders, Ben Bodnerchuk and Owen Morley. They are coached by Ryan Keller, the head coach and the general manager of Saskatoon Contacts, and the ambassador is Rowan Guest of the Kelowna Rockets. And now introducing Team Black on defense. Maxime Christian, Andrew Pilipow, Keenan Williams, Brady Roth, and Sutter Shakani. And the forwards, Mason Livingstone, Rylan Bergen, Weston Filson, Jax Fellner, Walker Parkinson, Jackson Walter, Brody Grimm, Sawyer Guntoniak, Braden Quo, and the goaltenders, Lachlan Horn and Teo Otitoju. The head coach for Team Black is Courage Bearer of the Ochapowace First Nation, a well-known community hockey coach here in the Martensville and Warman areas. And their player ambassador is Rylan Keir of the Everett Silvertips. As mentioned, this is the second game of the experience, and we are proud to be sponsored nationally by BioSteel. Additionally, we also have Iron Ghost Construction and Elite Prospects as our national. BioSteel as platinum sponsor are the hydration choice trusted by pros and parents alike. And now it's easier to grab BioSteel. The new BioSteel variety pack is available at Costco Canada. You get 24 bottles, 3 flavors, Rainbow Twist, Blue Raspberry, and Black Cherry, all with no sugar, no caffeine, and no junk. Just clean, effective hydration that works as hard as you do. The platinum sponsor, BioSteel. Iron Ghost Construction, our second platinum sponsor, as a dedicated platinum sponsor of UMH-68, Iron Ghost has provided player scholarships at all 4 events, helping young athletes chase their dreams on and off the ice. And Elite Prospects is the gateway to hockey online since 1999. EliteProspects.com is the #1 statistical hockey resource, serving over 1 million unique sponsors and unique visitors weekly. Those are your 3 national sponsors. And then the event brought to you by Up My Hockey, the gold sponsor. Up My Hockey is proud to provide scholarships to players attending UMH-68 because talent deserves opportunity. And we are just awaiting puck drop here. Team Black taking on Team Blue. In the first game, we saw Team Gray with a Team Red, although Team Red finding their legs with a 2-goal output in a game that saw 2 shorthanded goals and several multi-sport or multi-point work days put up by both teams and their members. And we're looking forward to the second game here. This is the first set of games for the round robin in the format here for UMH-68. There are 4 teams, each of which will play each other in a round robin format, with first versus fourth taking on the semifinal and second versus third in the later games tomorrow night. And then Sunday, we'll have the bronze medal game and we'll have the gold medal game, which will take place in the morning, all being streamed here by the UMH-68 Up My Hockey webcast. Thanks again for joining us here at Martensville, and we're awaiting puck drop Once again, the coaches for both teams, Ryan Keller for Team Blue and Courage Bear for Team Black, and the team ambassadors, these are brought on board as the weekend mentors, so to speak, for these players. The ambassador for Team Blue is Rowan Guest from the Kelowna Rockets, and for Team Black, Ryland Pierce of the Everett Silvertips, both playing in the WHL, making the opportunity to join in. We're waiting for the puck drop here, and we're off. Team Black winning that initial draw, and they go immediately on to the offensive. That draw won by number 11, Weston Filson. And that puck kept inside the line by Black, and the first stop, and we'll get the number for Team Blue, and it looks like Owen Morley will start the game off, so he gets the first touch. And right off the get-go, left all alone in front, a goal from Team Black. No chance for Morley on that one. And Team Black drops first blood with 24 seconds in, and that goal comes courtesy of number 9, Mason Livingstone, and he makes his presence felt. The Martensville Marauder product at home here with that beautiful shot right where the post and the crossbar meet, and Black already up by a score of 1-0, and immediately returning back into the Blues defensive zone. That puck picked up now by Team Blue and brought into Black territory. Jet Jakubek from Edmonton, and he and his teammate Santiago Serrano Parker from Saskatoon working hard in that corner, looking for a good pushback here from Blue after surrendering that first goal on the second shot of the game. And now wheeling out of his zone is Sutter Cecchini, and Cecchini's shot steered clear by Morley. And in net for Team Black, starting is Teo Otitoju, and Otitoju is from Regina. He has yet to receive a shot. Team Black now corralling the puck, keeping that pressure in the zone, and a nice put that puck into space twice now is number 7 from that, Sutter Cecchini. And Cecchini just doing an amazing job there, just putting the puck into space, making play with his stick and keeping that puck alive. Blue trying to get it out, and Team Black now continuing to keep it on, and 17 from Team Black, Braden Quo with sustained pressure, and he centers it, and Ryland Bergen unable to get the tape on there, and Black continuing. Bergen now on the sideboard, and Blue just trying to chip it out and get a change, and that puck goes down all the way for the icing call. Just a reminder, A-Cane Hockey is providing a prize pack to the Sidney Crosby Award winner as a sponsor, silver sponsor. That award is chosen by the coaches at the end of the tournament. A-Cane is leveling up the UM-68 experience as a provider of the exclusive prize packs for recipients of the prestigious Sidney Crosby Award. And Black now bringing it back into the blue zone. This one brought in by Sawyer Gantoniak, and Gantoniak gets that puck back onto Pilipo's stick, number 4, and breaking up the ice now, number 5, Team Blue. And he's unable to get a shot. 5 taking on 5. Sam Clausen retains control of the puck though. Keenan Williams with good defense. Clausen still at the point, getting that shot through, and that's easily handled by Teo Otitoju. Look at that right. Otitoju with the glove save, and he makes his first stop of the period. And so Team Black holding the 1-0 edge with that early goal by Livingstone, and the first offensive zone face-off for Team Blue, and that shot immediately by Bergen, and it's deflected, picked up in the corner, back to Bergen again. And we're now into that puck off the defender, and it is picked up. And sorry, Clausen with the puck on the boards. That's Sam Clausen for Team Blue. And that draw won by Team Black. And out of the zone comes Yukon Kim. And that's actually going to be picked up by his teammate, Colby Holland. And Holland is able to make the zone, and now coming out is Kim, and it's a 2-on-1. Kim with the drag and a goal. It was an amazing finish by Kim. He was looking at it the whole way, and he had the look off with the drag to get that better angle inside, and he draws it even with Blue. Just a great goal scorer's goal there. And Yukon Kim using his teammate as distraction for the defender, and the defender was unable to get across. Kim finding some space inside, drags it right in between the hash marks, and he makes him pay for it. Beautiful shot, and we're tied now at 1. We're not even 3 minutes into the game. This is going to be a dandy from a goal scorer standpoint. And that puck brought immediately back into the Black zone with number 14 from Blue, Santiago Serrano Parker, the Saskatoon product. And Black immediately up, puck now onto the stick. Oh, just the give and go between Sutter Chicane and Ryland Bergen, and Bergen slides it back to Chicane. He just can't quite get his stick on it. Almost a counter punch there, and we're back into the zone now from Blue. End-to-end action already, and another dangerous pass in front, and Santiago Serrano Parker just can't get a stick on that. And we're going to get that puck settled down by Teo Odetoju. And Odetoju gets the stop, and he settles things down a little bit. It's a torrid pace start for both teams here. Both coaches have to be pretty happy with the get up and go from both of their teams. And free-flowing play at the moment. Puck back to Clausen again on the point. And Clausen already an anchor there at the point. Sam Clausen getting that puck deep, and now Team Black coming out. A good solid Walker Parkinson. He gets it to the line, and then it's brought out by Sawyer Guntoniak. And Guntoniak retains possession, and now Clausen with time finds the outlet pass and unable to corral it. Moving his way back out again was Braden Gorel, and Blue will recoil and try that stretch pass. Lintott unable to touch it, and it goes for an icing, and both teams will make a change. And out comes Kim and Istis, who already showing some connection and chemistry between each other. Kim, of course, with the first goal of the game on that beautiful, the second goal of the game to tie it with that beautiful move inside. And he loses the face-off though, and Blue looking to try to get it out with Team Black putting some pressure on it, and that puck now at the point, and a shot in, and it is steered back to his defender, and Blue with the puck coming out, and we're going to get a hand pass. Charge to Team Blue. A big shout out to Focus Goaltending, leaders in elite goalie development and proud supporter of UMH-68 Saskatchewan. This year they're going the extra mile by providing a personalized write-up on each goalie at this event, highlighting their strengths, style, and their potential. Focus Goaltending, shaping the next generation of elite netminders, one save at a time. And speaking of the goalies, we're just getting a little bit of an equipment adjustment. Teo Odetoju, a little trouble with that left pad, and he's got that ironed out. Maybe give a little bit of breathing room for both teams here. They've set an amazing pace to start this game. And the puck back to Scheidel, and Scheidel's shot through, and that was dangerous. And goaltender doing well to stay on top of that. Owen Morley. Somehow the puck finds itself in the back of the net, but not prior to the whistle, and so we'll get an offensive face-off for Team Black. And Declan Scheidel making his appearance, and he is the largest player in this tournament, 6'2", 160-pounder out of Nipawin, and he got that shot through. It was played well and cleared, and now Blue have to regroup behind their net. The defender's going taping back-to-back tape passes, and they get that puck out. And now Lintott in on Scheidel. but Scheidel able to calmly steer that puck out, and Black now on the rush. And coming up for Team Black, number 11, Weston Filson. And Filson rings it around to Brady Roth. Roth calmly fires it back in. And now both teams settling in after what was an incredibly fast-paced start. A little bit of defense now, which probably will make the coaches happy. Maybe not as exciting with all the goal scoring, but you're still seeing some generated activity, and again, dangerous spot, but it looks like Kim unable, and we're gonna get our first penalty of the game. And as we saw in that first series, the 13-year-old, the U13, basically these are all 2012 players. We've got huge changes or sizes differentiation, and Scheidel there, just the biggest guy out on the ice surface, making his presence known, and the referee took something out of that and put him in the box. And so Blue goes on the power play to begin with, and right off the get-go, face-off won by number 17, Braden Quo, and he clears it. Circling around behind his net now, Owen Grant, and his headman pass. We'll see what the call is here. It probably touched the Blue. And so Team Black on the PK. And we'll see what the special teams look like for Team Blue. And that first shot tipped in front. I'm not sure if it was the defender or if it was by design. And already some physical play coming from number 7, Sutter Chicane. And Chicane already in on top of there as Odetoju with the save. 1:25 left in the power play. And Black, both sides making changes now, taking the face-off for number 9, Braden Gorel. And he is up against it. Goes to Blue. And Blue immediately in there. The shot on the net, and it just steered clear by Odetoju. Puck back now to the point. Grant now on the point, goes back to his line mate, number 7, Clausen. Sorry, Pilling. And now circling in behind the net. Number 9, Braden Gorel. And number 11, both working hard down there, Case and Shays. And they can't solve that PK, and Black has it out again with 45 seconds to go in the power play. And great forecheck pressure here. And there's a turnover. Let's see if Black, one lone forechecker in there. Black doing a good job countering Blue's speed here on the PK. But we've got the outer Shays with the outlet, and Black turns it away and sends him back in with 22 seconds left. Black, and that puck goes out of the gate open, and the puck went out, and that brings us another face-off here. Bames Physiotherapy, player safety is a top priority here at UMH-68, and we're proud to partner with Bames Physiotherapy in Martensville, who are here to help make that happen. Bames Physiotherapy, trusted care for every stage of the game. That face-off drawn back to the Blue zone. Black with the last seconds of this penalty kill. Looks like they will only surrender what looked to be a single shot on goal during that first power play, and the player Scheidel coming out, and he goes immediately to the bench, and his replacement comes out, and it's Parkinson, and Parkinson right away. Good line change for Black. Parkinson, and we're offside. That play just found the stick of Sam Clausen, and he managed to ruin the timing there for Black's entry, and we go offside.
And now it's easier than ever with the BioSteel Variety Pack at Costco Canada. 24 bottles, 3 top flavors, and 0 sugar. It's a no-brainer for hockey families.
Taking the face-off now. He gets immediately onto the stick of Jakubek. And Jakubek, oh, some good contact in the corner separating him from the puck, but Jakubek comes out with it, puts the puck onto Clausen's stick, and Blue cycling it down low. Let's see if they can get it out. What a move. 14 from the Santiago Serrano Parker, the Saskatoon Kodiak. Excellent puck movement there. He wasn't able to make that, string it together for a shot on net, but nifty play. You know, these 13-year-olds love the opportunity to make a move like that. dummy a defender. And we'll be looking to see if Serrano Parker can put that together and get a puck in then in a dangerous spot. Here he is again. And that centering pass, not quite there. All these players deep. Remember, these guys are all coming together for their first minutes of play together. So likely Serrano Parker used to making that move and having somebody in that delay in the slot. And maybe as the game progresses, we'll get that from his players. All three players below the goal line when he made that centering pass. And that's part of the format like this is that chemistry becomes a really important facet, and how fast can you build that. And now we've got a nice individual play by number 10. Good shot on net, and that was shot by Ryland Bergen. Save made by Owen Morley. Bergen still with control. The lefty finds an open defenseman, gets it up, and we get a shot on play and a tip in front, but it is steered away by Owen Morley, pardon me. And that puck tipped right at the shot point. Maxime Christian putting those deadly passes in, and for goaltender, a slow shot like that oftentimes can create knuckler situations, and it was corralled really well. Ritchie Brothers are proud as the official sponsor of the 3 Stars of the Game of UMH-68. Recognized in Saskatchewan as top performers, Ritchie Brothers is a name you can trust as a global leader in industrial auctions. As we said, Ritchie Brothers as a global leader in industrial auctions. They connect buyers and sellers with unmatched service and reach. Ritchie Brothers, powering big moves on and off the rink. Thank you for sponsoring the 3-Star Awards. Yukon Kim, the goal scorer, taking the draw here, and he wins it clean. And in control of that, just high and wide, Rowan Eistis. And Clausen now, eyes, heads up, puts it into the corner. This line, Lintott now. Lintott gets a puck on net, and a couple of extra shots at the end of that. And we'll see what the defense, but Lintott with some time and space, and he just not quite righty, trying to find some room with that backhand. And Eistis right there on the doorstep looking for that go-ahead goal. Mateo Toju would have none of it. Now lining up Santiago Serrano Parker, taking that face-off, and for Team Block winning it is Walker Parkinson. Puck now into the corner, and some body as we move our way out, and it looks like Black making that breakout pass. And we'll see, we got a little bit of room on the right side, and we'll check that number, getting that centering pass, and it deflects just wide. Scheidel now at the point. Oh, with some patience, and he puts that on net. And I don't think the goalie saw it. It deflects just wide, and you can't tell whether it was the defensive player or whether it. Great movement by Team Black though, and standing in there, Owen Morley with great positioning, and he keeps that game tied at 1. And that puck brought in now, Black with a change. You get a fresh set of legs out onto the ice now, and taking a look up, Braden Gorel, and he'll have to circle back down. Gorel puts it back to his defenseman, Owen Grant. And now Grant having a little trouble getting it out. Gorel will just reverse it, and that puck finds its way onto Jackson Walter's stick for Team Black, and it gets cleared, and the whistle blows. Today's Games Grit and Grind Award is sponsored by Weatherspoon Realty. Looking to buy or sell a home? We've got you covered. Since 2009, our award-winning team has been helping clients navigate every step of the real estate journey. Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or buying your first home, trust the team that delivers results. And now moving up, Shays with that puck into the corner. And his line mate, Walker Morrow, unable to come up with it. And Black now back down, makes the zone, and that pass centered almost. Finds the stick of there, and Shays fires it in and wisely goes for a rest onto the bench, bringing out another line. Now we've got Andrew Pilipow, and he wires it around, and it's going to not go for icing. And so Black's in there with the forecheck, Jackson Walter, but Good defensive effort, but Black with a good forecheck there. Dangerous in front. Walter, 2 shots, big saves. Owen Morley just getting that pad stretch. Good pressure by Walker Parkinson, but he can't quite stretch it past, and the game stays tied at 1. Oh, and that puck comes off. Steered by the goaltender, Blue now coming out with the breakout. And a shot, and another great save on the other side. Goaltending going here, and Otitoju can't quite get across, and Nate Lintott there with the goal. Eistis with the pass across, and Nate Lintott puts Team Blue up after trailing by 1. Team Blue now taking the lead. Lintott, the Saskatoon product, with his first goal of the tournament, and Eistis, I believe, his second point of this very early campaign. And the game now 2-1. End-to-end action there. A couple of breakdowns at either side, and Otitoju making the first stop. But what about the save by Owen Morley to deny that initial attack there by, it looked like it was Walker Morrow with 2 great chances in front, and of course it goes all the way back, and Blue capitalizes on that great save and scores like we so often see. Great goaltending, generates offense 200 feet away. Now Black looking to rally, and a little bit of scrappy play. The puck won't settle. Great ice surface here though at Martensville. Lots of things, and now we've got Scheidel coming in, and he makes the line. Declan Scheidel, and he's pried off the puck there in the corner and rallied around, but Black putting a lot of pressure on here, and Blue looking to get that puck out of their zone, and Black continuing to get pressure, and that's what generated that initial scoring opportunity earlier with the 2 big saves by Morley. Black doing well. Their forecheck early on in this game turning out will be enough to counter the speed that Blue seems to be doing. Blue really, once they get into that zone, are very dangerous. Look at that turnaround. And that's met initially right there. Team Black, Brady Roth really making his physical presence felt, knocking a couple guys down, countering that Blue pressure. And now Clausen takes a look, and he's got wide open space, and he's going to take it for a walk here. Clausen dishing off defensively, and great presence. That puck frozen by Otitoju, but Clausen took a look up, and there was nobody there, so he took it right in, make sure he had numbers, put it onto a stick, trying to make something happen here. Good heads-up play from the defenseman. And now puck tied up there, Blue looking to put a little bit of pressure, and we're going to get a pinch from the defenseman, Holland, but he quickly recovers back. And now we've got an odd man rush here, Team Black. And coming in, great save again by Owen Morley. Coming in there was Weston Filson, it looked like, and Filson looking shot all the way. Correction, I think that was Sawyer Guntonia with that chance for Black, and then coming back around, Gorel and Lintott, the goal scorer. Lintott on the back check. And here comes Gorel, and looking for some space here. He's got a man in front, and a great defensive stop by Keenan Williams. He defended that well. He was looking to, he knew that if he didn't stop that pass, it was going to be a great scoring opportunity, and well done. Puck all the way back down, now being behind the Team Blue's net. And Kim dishes it off. Looks like he's putting it to Kiefer Pilling, the defenseman, and Pilling up to Nate Lintott. Lintott with the outlet pass with speed. Eistis, and Eistis showing his offensive speed. He turned that up a gear. Probably
Recognizing the top performer.
Thinking he might have wanted to have gone either a little bit closer to the center, but it was good defensive play there. But Eistis showing some speed there. Lintott did well to spot him. And Kim in for the face-off draw, and he's taken on by Filson. And Kim ties it up. Lintott comes up with the puck, and he's going for the wraparound right in front, and it's quickly corralled by Sutter Chicane. And that puck now, Black looking for the equalizer here. And Chicane dumps it into the behind the Blues net. Now Blue looking to set something up, get themselves out of their zone here with 4:06 to go in the game. And Kim, the goal scorer, with the drag again, and this time Otitoju is able to counter, and so last time Kim came in here, he went roof, and he aimed for that 5-hole, and Otitoju had it shut down. And Team Black killing penalty here. A minute 24 to go. Team Blue on the power play, and a tip in front. And Otitoju again, great positioning. That's positional save. It hits a couple players in front of the net. That was dangerous. Blue now, Black putting a little bit of pressure on, trying to keep that puck in the neutral zone. And Blue working their way back in again on the power play. And this is Serrano Parker showing some early speed, and he puts that puck back. Another shot on net, Owen Grant this time with the shot from the point. And Serrano Parker, that is a relatively easy blocker, stop by Otitoju, and he pushes it into that, and Black gets a much needed change, providing a little pressure down there to give some breathing space. Rylan Bergen, and now Bergen, he'll come and get a change, and Quo comes on. And we've got about 26 seconds left in this power play. Black special teams so far today, we haven't seen a power play goal so far in the first two contests, but we've seen, oddly enough, two shorthanded goals earlier, one to each team in our first contest. That power play, of course, you know, you can really see the chemistry piece when these players are just playing their first period of hockey together. Sometimes that power play takes a little bit of time to generate, and I think that's what we're seeing here. Still very entertaining, and we're getting lots of great back and forth action here. At times, that puck moving itself, nobody being able to establish an offensive zone presence, and there we go again. And Pilling now, he sees some room. And what we're seeing a lot of here is these guys are putting pucks into a good space and then making their move. That's something that you see at the highest levels of hockey, and it's really exciting to see this down with the 12-year-olds. Just putting that puck into a nice spot, getting themselves into a spot where they can pick it up and make something happen. We've seen that on both sides of the puck now. Good hard-fought battle there, and Pilling is the one who comes up using his frame there, box out the Black attacker, and we've got a lone guy in here, and it's Eistis just making some time for the Blue ice change. We're down inside a minute 35, and Eistis, and this line already having a huge impact on the positive for Blue. Both goals scored, both set up by Eistis. Lintott and Kim, the goal scorers, and they're going to stay out there. They've got another minute 13, and they'll be putting a little bit of pressure on here. And here we go, Kim again. Oh, and his pass in front. Riley Souster from Delisle, no, couldn't quite get his stick on that. And again in front, Souster with another chance and another save. Team Blue just buzzing here, using their speed, and a lot of that being generated off of Kim's offense. And again, just in there, and we got a goal. And it looks like Souster, the recipient of that. And that'll be his first goal of the game. And Team Blue, after falling behind by a score of 1-0, 3 unanswered goals here. Boston Pizza at UMH-68. We're grateful for Boston Pizza for their incredible support. Not only are they fueling the players with meals at the banquet, they're also keeping our coaches energized with lunch during this event. And Souster looking for more here. Gets the stick in a space, and we've got a 2-on-1, 26 seconds to go, and that's quickly snapped out. Looks like Bergen in, and Bergen playing in familiar territory here, the Hague product. And he is able to come out here, and in comes Black again, looking to see if they can get something generated. Souster familiar with this arena as he plays with Martensville's AA team. And that brings us to a close here. Shots on goal for Team Blue, 20, and for Team Black, 14. And the score after one period of play, 3-1 in favor of the blue team, coached by Ryan Keller. Our 3 Stars Award are being sponsored this weekend by Ritchie Brothers. We're proud to have Ritchie Brothers as the official sponsor of the 3 Stars of the game for UMH-68 Saskatchewan, recognizing the top performers and celebrating excellence on ice. When it comes to buying and selling heavy equipment, Ritchie Brothers is the name you can trust. And as a global leader in industrial auctions, they connect buyers and sellers with unmatched service and reach. Ritchie Brothers, powering big moves on and off the ice.
Finished off the first period. That was Blue with 18.
Brothers is the name you can trust, and as a global leader in industrial auctions, they connect buyers and sellers with unmatched service and reach. Ritchie Brothers, powering big moves on and off the ice.
Mason Livingston, he came in the first 24 seconds, totally individual effort.
Is the name you can trust, and as a global leader in industrial auctions, they connect buyers and sellers with unmatched service and reach. Ritchie Brothers.
His first of the tournament, courtesy of a great pass by Coley Hallen. Kim with that nice toe drag and the shot going top shelf. The Blues' second goal scored by Saskatoon's Nate Lintott with the assist to Rowan Eistis and Yukon Kim. Kim's second point of the game. That goal coming at the 12:02 mark. And then finally, right as the last minute came to lapse, Sam Clausen found Riley Souster, and Souster potted it with 41 seconds to go in the net. And that's our score after one, 3-1 in favor of Blue. Live here at the Martensville Recreation Center for the first ever UMH-68 U14 Challenge, and we're joined today by the Prairie's Regional Director, Hugh Hamilton. Hugh is a community member here in Martensville and former professional hockey player himself. Hugh, tell us a little bit about how you brought this event to Martensville.
Well, I spoke to the boys a little bit yesterday about connections, and connections are so important in any facet of life, but I've really found as I'm getting older that the connections that you make in your past really make things happen in the future. And so Jason and I were teammates over 30 years ago, and when he called me about a year ago asking, would you like to help with a hockey tournament? I said, absolutely, because that's what you do for your friends, and here we are. I can't believe how much work this has been, and how amazing the experience has been, not just for the kids, but for myself.
Now, we've had the first day, which involved the testing and some of the earliest sessions with families and with players. We're now into the game part, you know, sort of like the payoff, and it's a really quick turnaround. What are your expectations for the rest of the weekend? What do you hope the kids bring from this event, and maybe even their families?
Well, going back to that, it's the connections part. You know, for a lot of these kids, this is the first time where it's this type of an event, so it's probably not going to be their last. So having the experience of going into a dressing room, not knowing the coach, not knowing your teammates, you know, knowing the schedule, but still it's a little bit new. It might be a new rink that you haven't been playing at. So, you know, being able to have the experience of having all of those different things happen will benefit them in the future when it goes live, when it's for real.
Now, you mentioned Jason as the national director of the program. You've brought in a couple of local coaches with a lot of experience and the ambassadors. Can you tell me a little bit about the coaches that you brought to the event?
Well, I was telling the boys last night at the banquet that you try and surround yourself with the people that you know will bring you up, and so the people that I reached out to initially were the people that I know. And so Courage Bear has been a friend for years, and he's just an amazing human being that is a local coach and the leader of the Indigenous Sports Academy in Saskatchewan. So that was a no-brainer. Ryan Keller, ex-coach of the Saskatoon Blades and an ex-pro hockey player who is another just a quality human that cares about kids and cares about kids getting better. So the third guy, Jason Gordon, has been a friend for years. We actually went through our master's program. We had classes together, so he's an educator out in Yorkton, and Jason is the head coach out in Yorkton. So another just a great person that wants kids and believes in really great things. And then finally, just Connor Middleton from the Prairie Hockey Academy. He came on board a little bit later, but the more I get to know Connor, you can tell that he wants to coach and he's interested in getting better. So really proud to have those four men here.
And what's the role of the ambassadors, the four WHL guys you brought in?
So the ambassadors, Jason talks a lot about giving back to the game, and those young men that are currently playing in the Western Hockey League have the ability to be with the young players and talk to them about their behavior and maybe even some things on the bench that they're noticing. So it's almost like a mentor, but it's also, you know, an opportunity for the ambassadors to be themselves in front of the guys and maybe even come out of their comfort zone, making sure that they're talking and that they're talking to all the kids on the team. So
this event is featuring 2012 born players. I want you to put yourself back into that 12-year-old Hugh. What, you know, if 12-year-old Hugh was playing here, what do you think would be the most exciting part about the event from his perspective?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. So when Jason first, actually I didn't know his Genesis story, so he spoke of that yesterday, and when he designed the event, he designed it with exactly what you're talking about. He thought, what would it be cool for me to have as a kid? And he talked a little bit about one of the tournaments where he won an All-Star award as like a 10-year-old kid. You know, and so all of those little fine details, Jason is just an absolute expert at. And so for me personally, as a 12-year-old kid, I think I just loved being on the ice, Dave. You know, like I just loved playing. So I think just being around the guys and being on the ice. Jason's more of the first star award kind of guy.
Oh yeah,
which there's lots of kids. You know, like he's nailed every detail, like all of the jerseys and the pant shells and all of the socks. Like the uniforms look amazing. All the kids get little swag bags, which that's somebody's jam, and so you're gonna hit a whole bunch of different kids here.
Yeah, and I guess one of the last things to ask is this event doesn't happen by itself. I mean, obviously there are national sponsors and you know, with BioSteel and Elite Prospects Hockey, and what are some of the local people that have stepped up and to really help this event?
Well, it's the same idea as the coaches. So when I knew the event was going to happen, of course you reach out to the people that you know, and so my brother-in-law he works for Ritchie Brothers Auctioneer Canada, and so they came on early and became a big sponsor. Blaine and Morgan Witherspoon with Witherspoon Realty is a friend of mine in town, and so they're a realty company that does a lot of work in the area. Matt Hale with Ainsworth Refrigeration is also a buddy that came on really early. So, and then it's just other little gifts in kind, you know, like Smiznik, Tynan Smiznik and Folk School Tending, and Brad Bame with Bame Fitness, and you know, the list goes on and on of just people that are Alyssa Borowski with Boston Pizza, just kind people that believe in their community.
That's awesome, Hugh. We'll probably bring you back a little later in the tournament just to see whether everything, you know, how it went for you. This is the first time, and but just thanks for joining us on the broadcast today. This is Hugh Hamilton, Provincial Director for the UMH-68, the first U14 Invitational that we've been hosting here in Saskatchewan. We're really excited to be here this weekend. And welcome back to period 2 of the second game here of the UMH-68 U14 Saskatchewan event. In a period that had 4 goals courtesy of Yukon Kim, Riley Souster, and Nate Lintott from Team Blue, and the early marker by Mason Livingstone from Team Black. Score starting at 3-1 here to start the second frame. Our national sponsor for UMH-68 is BioSteel. BioSteel, the hydration choice trusted by pros and parents alike, and now it's even easier to grab. The new BioSteel variety pack is available at Costco Canada. You get 24 bottles, 3 flavors, rainbow twist, blue raspberry, and black cherry. all with no sugar, no caffeine, and no junk. Just clean, effective hydration that works as hard as you do. Our other platinum sponsors, National Iron Ghost Construction and Elite Prospects. And we're waiting for puck drop for period of 2, and that won by Santiago Serrano Parker, and Blue goes right back on the offensive here. Puck corralled by Pilling at the line, and he fires it back in, and Serrano Parker, he separated from the puck down in the corner, and coming out now, Team Black with a nice pass up. That coming from Declan Scheidel, and now putting pressure in on a pair of offensive players, number 14, Jackson Walter, and Weston Filson. And that puck gets cleared again, and Jakubek with the pass. Oh, just out of reach. I don't think even Santiago Serrano Parker knew that was coming. Jakubek shot all the way, and then right at the last second with that clearing. That combo starting to get hotter. And another shot through traffic, and again, Odetoju up with the save, and that puck in front. Oh, number 11. That puck unable to find the back of the net is Filson. And chances at either end to start this period off. Both teams getting contact, and that shot coming in quickly, Braden Gorel. And it's corralled by Teo Odetoju. Odetoju facing 21 shots already, stopping 18 of them. And the face-off, Gorel. And Gorel chips it past in front, and almost another shot chance for Blue. And now bringing it up the ice, up the right-hand side is Brody Grimm, and Grimm staying in control of the puck. He rings it around. Puck now on the point. And Black showing some patience here with a little bit of offensive pressure. Unable to get the puck centered in front though, and out comes Team Blue. Puck now on Morrow's stick, the winger, and he gets it in. And we get a stoppage in play. Teo Odetoju with the stop. Elite Prospects are the gold sponsor of the event today. Elite Prospects is for serious hockey fans. Crazy about the NHL, the draft, and your team's top prospects? There's no better source than EP Rinkside. Back to the action here. Scrum in the corner, and coming out of it, Team Black. See the puck ringing around, and Team Blue unable to count, and up the ice now, Brody Grimm. And Grimm gets a shot on net, steered clear by Owen Morley. Morley faced with quite a few shots there early on too, making a couple big stops, keeping Black off the board after giving up the first shot of the game. And Black now putting some body on and getting some success in front. Puck just steered wide. That one almost brought in front of the net, and then going all the way back. Pilipau will circle behind his net looking for that pass, and it just chipped up beyond. And another hit Grant now, and he asserting himself on the defensive. Owen Grant, both teams coming out with more of a focus on putting the body on. And that shot from the point again. Blue with an early chance in front there, not able to connect the dots. And now coming out, Cecchini keeping the puck in. Another contact there, and Blue now bringing it up, and out Pilling sticking with it. He puts it in on there, but it will, no icing called on that one, so Blue continues to carry it on, and wisely jumped on by Teo Odetoju, who forces the face-off. Iron Ghost Construction as a dedicated platinum sponsor of UMH-68. Iron Ghost has provided player scholarships at all 4 levels, helping young athletes chase their dreams on and off the ice. Puck draw one and control by Blue with a shot in front. And that centering pass somehow stays out of the net. Blue with pressure here early in this second period, holding the 3-1 lead. And that puck chipped up the boards. And again, kept in by Keaton Keith. And Blue with the centering pass. Blue having a lot of success getting that puck into the slot area. But Black making the adjustment to prevent some of that neutral zone attack that was so effective for Blue early on in the game. Black kind of gumming it up now so that Blue's speedier players having a little harder time making the zone, and that seems to be keeping them off the score sheet. We'll see if Black's able to sustain that. And now Black's turn with numbers. Nice pass across, and what a save! Beautiful setup, but Owen Morley puts the pad out, and he can't get that pass up, and now a shot on the way back. Blue raking it down, and we're now back into that back and forth open ice action that we saw that started this game off. What a stop, though, by Owen Morley. Black had numbers, they did everything right, and it was just Morley there with that last ditch pad save, keeping it down. Couldn't quite get it up over his pad mark. And the puck all the way back down now to the Black zone for the faceoff. 14:59 left in the period, and the score stays knotted at 3-1. Oh, some heavy contact there. Black up again with numbers. Quo. Oh, Quo with the great feet across. And that finds Ryland Bergen, and Bergen's going top shelf there. And he goes a little too high and puts it up into the netting. Based on where the face-off looks like it's going to happen, it must have touched part of the goaltender because face-off is in the Blues zone. Taking the draw for Black, Braden Quo. He had that great feed just now across. Bergen not quite able to get there, and Black with some great forecheck. And here comes Bergen. He's determined. Wakes his way inside. Shot on net. And a goal! That was all Bergen with the Quo with the finish. Ryland Bergen refusing to let that puck get cleared. He corrals that puck, gets it across to Quo, and Braden Quo with the finish. Everything going high here in this game for Team Black. They seem to feel that upper part of the net is available to them, and Quo able to exploit that there, but just a great effort on the part of Ryland Bergen with the assist, and this game back to within a goal. Black coming out with a renewed focus. They've had a couple of odd man rushes here, finding a little bit more success getting that puck past that initial pressure from Team Blue. And I think that adjustment of closing the gap with some of those speedier players from Team Blue, Black making those adjustments, not probably courtesy of the head coach, Courage Bear. He's seen his side of this contest enough that he knows to get his players rallied, and he's getting some results here with the early return, and Black now back into the game. And like he's done so often, Teo Ototoju just settling things down, getting himself a line change and fresh skaters on the ice. 13:33 to go in this second period. Once again, we're pleased to have Iron Ghost Construction as our platinum sponsor. Iron Ghost Construction, recognized as a top contractor in multiple industries, such as oil and gas, forestry, and agriculture. Iron Ghost has successfully completed projects in BC, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. Iron Ghost, your platinum sponsor for today's event. And the headman pass up to Morrow, and he can't corral it, and Black goes all the way down into the Black zone. Morrow in, chasing that puck, he continuing, and it's now on the half board here. Both teams trying to get that puck out, and Blue comes up with it. Gorel just putting a shot on net, and it's deflected by Declan Scheidel using that big frame of his, and Scheidel with the pass out. We'll see if Black can get numbers again. That pass almost gets through, but not quite. but Filson sticking with it, and now the puck all the way down. Clausen seeing his outlet pass, getting it up to Case and Shays' pass all the way up to Istis. Istis now with the move. What a save! Istis did well to corral that puck, and he got it onto his backhand. But Teo Odetoju get the stretch and the glove save. He had that glove positioned well right in front. He didn't fall back, and he fell forward, staying with it. But Istis showing how dangerous he can be as an offensive player. And this line, 2 of the 3 goals early in this game coming at the form of Blues 3 lines, but looking like Black up there again. They have found some room here with that outlet pass off the boards. And now Black settling into the offensive zone with some pressure, and that shot just off the outside of the post. Estes can chop it away. Lintott now working his way down, trying to pick up the trail, and Black will just simply bring it around the boards, and it comes out, but it ends up on the stick of Keaton Keith. Estes at the red line, he just chips it in, looking for something to happen, and he's going to go put some mild pressure, and he's down there in the corner, loses his stick, and Team Black now with the outlet pass, can't quite get it out, and Keith funnels it back in again. That's an easy name to remember at that position, and he's even got the right number too. Keith seems, number 2 playing point seems to be a goaltender with that, or a defenseman with that name, and that puck now coming out on the stick of Grimm, and a shot and a goal, and Black back ties it up. Grimm with the initial pressure, he managed to gain the zone, and following in right behind him, Rylan Bergen, and Bergen's had a couple of cracks at it, and he makes no doubt about it. He slides that right hard along the ice, and we're tied 3-3, almost at the midpoint. Black taking on Blue, and we've got ourselves a game. Up My Hockey is the gold sponsor of today's event. Up My Hockey providing scholarships to players attending UMH-68 because talent deserves an opportunity. Black now finding their legs here. And that stays just on side, and in comes Team Black, and the player upended. And now we've got Roth at the point. And he puts one on, and it's stopped. What a stop again. Beautiful hand-eye coordination in front. Equally beautiful saves made by Morley, Owen Morley with the saves, but what hand-eye coordination in front. I think that 2 shots by Team Black, and this could have been an early lead, and already now another break up the ice here again. Jax Fellner probably with his best shift of the game. He was the one who brought that point shot down and had those 2 high quality chances, and now once again he's now starting to find himself into this game and be an asset for Team Black. And that puck failed to clear. Fellner, he's looking dangerous here as the second half of the second period starts to take hold, and lots of good things happening for Team Black now. Blue trying to find their game again, looking for that outlet pass where they're so successful with that speed and possession in the neutral zone. Black just not allowing them, and Jack Ubeck with the clear. And with U13 regulations, we don't see that situation where the icing, when both teams able to make that change, and we're going to see both goaltenders now at the midpoint, both goalies here coming in, and we've now got in Team Black, we have Team Blue, Ben Bodnerchuk from Saskatoon checks in, and from Team Black, Lachlan Horn, the Saskatoon Fury product. And we'll see how well these two goalies get in with no warm-up. Tough call to come in halfway through the game, but I guess both teams keeping that play even, and we're seeing different strategies in play for our goaltenders. In the last game, Team Gray played their goalie for the first 2 periods, and then had to play And Bodnarchuk with his first touch, and that gets some of the jitters out for him. Bodnarchuk, the Saskatoon Fury product. And he picks up the save, and we've got Filson in for the thing, and it looks like Gorel, and we'll give that one to Gorel because Blue comes up with it, but that puck comes right back to the point. And we'll see Chicane, or Sutter Chicane with the puck on the D, and now it's back on the stick of Team Black. Team Blue looking to get a clear, and it comes back to Chicane again, and he gets it in the hands of Walter. Walter, shot doesn't quite get through, and Filson, his shot is tipped in front. And a puck back down to Chicane again. He's in an active shift here, showing a lot of patience. He really moves that puck around in the offensive zone, not afraid. And he gets still in possession. He put that puck off the side, and hard to knock off there. And we're hoping to see more of that. You want to see that kind of aggressive play on the point, especially with your big point guys. He was hard to knock off that puck. And now we get a clear, Black on the change, which gives Blue a free pass to get up and out, and now Black turning it back around. We're gonna get a shot here off the crossbar. Tough change for Team Blue, gave Braden Quo an opportunity to get an open look, and he wants to have that back. He put it off the top part of the post, or pardon me, the crossbar, and it goes out of play. And Team Black is in all black here in the second period. Blue looking for an answer. And Quo, that face-off gets into the hands of Blue, and it's Istis who had a big impact in that first period. Gets it on Kim, the goal scorer, who had the second goal of this, which was the first of 3 for Team Blue, and it's been pretty quiet for Team Blue since then. But look at Kim. He's now looking to make an impact again, and now one of the goal scorers, Bergen, he comes out looking for some space, gets that shot on Bodnarchuk. Puck in the hands of Williams, and that initial shot, Williams sticks with it. His shot goes wide, and that puck flying up and over the crease. Black still picking up where they left off. Grimm, cross ice now. That puck put on net. Oh, dangerous spot. And Bodnarchuk, and that puck ends up in the back. We're going to see who gets the credit for that one. Probably Bergen. The referee looking at it, I think he's looking, and it looks like it probably is going to be credited to Grimm. And Team Black, 3 goals in the first 13 minutes of this second period, and they take the lead. It looked like that kind of came at the hands of Brody Grimm, who was probably last to touch it. And again, great forecheck pressure by Black. They've taken control of the neutral zone back from Team Blue, just seem to have absolute control. And Black now asserting their game plan. Great adjustments probably made by Coach Bear, and showing his prowess here, and looking at getting more. Black, all the momentum here, and Roth now, his shot blocked, but puck still staying low. Walker Parkinson gets the puck out to his line mate Fellner. Fellner had a great shift, couple shifts back, and we'll see if Parkinson and Fellner start getting this. This line starts to take control. There's no release. And it's the official game counting. Looked like they were going to give that goal to Grimm, but it's the second goal of the period really for Ryland Bergen. He's credited with the goal there that gives the Black team the edge. And Team Black looking very much like the Warman Wildcats local team here. And Blue even looking a little bit like Martensville. Maybe that's why like Coach Bear is feeling comfortable. Coach Bear, of course, having some time behind the bench for the Warman Wildcats. Probably seeing double here with these U13. Filson now lined up with Goral for the face-off. Face-off's pretty much even here across the board. And this time, the offensive face-off win to Filson, and he gets it back, but it's a little bit too hot to handle for Ciccani. But Ciccani, he's shown great presence there, no fear, with that standing on the line, and Black with the puck in the net as a result. Still putting pressure on Team Blue. Blue looking to find their footing again. They just seem to be in total control here. And it was in the neutral zone that they were really winning those puck battles, and Black has just closed up the gap there, no space. And now we got a break here. Oh, great save. That's the first shot, I think, that Lachlan Horn has faced. And he comes up with a good one. And that could have been a game-tying goal there, but Ciccani coming in now, and he's got a shot, good shot, stopped by Bodnarchuk. And now Blue, a little bit of life back in Blue, and if Blue starts, and here we go, if they get momentum in that neutral zone, they have been deadly, and we're starting to see that. That's the second rush in a row where whatever adjustment Team Blue has made, they've had a little bit of that space. If you give a guy, if you get Istis and you give these guys a little bit of room, and here's Kim, and he's got some room again. They were lethal, and look at this. They found that stride again. There's a little bit of what Blue found success with. But once again, Lachlan Horn coming up with the stop. Hey, there's an Up My Hockey podcast, and there are sponsors here. Up My Hockey with Jason Podolin, former NHLer, the podcast for players chasing their full potential. You can grow your mindset, grow your game. Listen now and explore mindset coaching at upmyhockey.com. Blue again. And, you know, he didn't have a lot of action there, and all of a sudden, Lachlan Horn being pressed into service, and Horn up to the challenge. But we're starting to see that potent offense, especially from this line of Istis, Kim, and Lintott. They gave Black all they could handle. But once again, there's Bergen, and he has made a difference. And it pass across. Nice stop by Bodnarchuk. He kept that pad down. And after going high on most of their first series of shots, it looks like Team Black are trying to find some space down low, and Bodnarchuk has the bottom half of that net covered. Long stretch pass. Not almost finding its way through, but just steady. Maxime Christian, we haven't said his name very often, but he's been a really stellar point guy there for Team Black, and came in handy there. That was a stretch pass, and there would have been a guy all alone for Team Blue had that gone through. And now puck just wound around, and we got some room here. Bergen, that is a tough look, but he's not quite going to get there, but he takes the short, that really tough angle, but wow, that could have ended up. Bodnarchuk looking there going, great, you know, Bergen's got some open ice, but that puck just making its way a little bit further than he could catch up with, and he lost the angle there. But here we come again. And this one, Quo, and Quo paying a little bit of a price there, but getting that puck in, and Pilling now, he circles around. He's showing some willingness to carry the puck up the ice. And Serrano Parker, that second group, he made some stuff happening, and if he finds his stride again, Serrano Parker could do some damage here. Black's gonna have to take a look, make sure that they don't inadvertently spring him, and here we go again, just like I said. If Serrano Parker gets that stick, oh, not quite there. Black's been really effective at just cutting that second pass out, and it was that second pass in the neutral zone that really gave Blue that open ice that they enjoyed in the first period. We'll keep an eye on that and make sure, see if that's going. And now some hard work down low by Goral. And he's taking that second shot there, just there, and Blue starting to see a little bit of space here. That slap shot was gonna go wide, but getting the pad on it again was Horn. That was almost a pass more than a save. getting it to his defenseman's stick. And now in the corner, Blue with a little bit of sustained pressure here, some pushback. They find their stride again. They've been awfully quiet here, but Team Black's got to do well to protect the back of their net while they're still finding the success they are down in the offensive zone. And it just seems to be all Black right now. And there'll be some adjustments made at the half. I'm sure he's going to be regretting now that he agreed to come up and talk to us. Ryan Keller's going to come up, and we'll maybe see if he's got a couple of comments and he has a little bit of time to get down and give some of that guidance that his team probably looking. But I'm sure he's going to be saying, like, lots of time in this game, no time to be concerned or worried. And another feather pass across, just bouncing over the stick. And Black really showing some great patience down low. The thing that stands out right now is that they are using every bit of that ice surface in the offensive zone. They're not bunching up at all. And not sure whether that is coaching or whether that just seems to be the skill set of these guys. Lots of, and when you stretch an offense out, you stretch defenders out, that's where they're finding their room. They're getting lots of sustained pressure here. Everybody playing discipline. You see that P3 guy already back, look at number 11. He's already there, Weston Filson, moving him around, and he's able to go back with very little effort for the back check. And I think that's probably been maybe the biggest thing that we saw different here for Team Black was Team Black early on quite aggressive, and now we're seeing that first, not only are the defenders back, but we're seeing that high forward basically making his way back quickly to cut down on those man rushes that were killing them originally. But we do have an offensive zone face-off, and Blue were able to score in the final couple seconds. That maybe isn't going to happen here. Great skate. And that one, if we didn't have the no-touch icing, he probably would have come up with that. But we're still playing that protective style of icing, but good effort by Grimm. His hard pressing nature has made a lot of room for Bergen to enjoy some of the success he has. And of course, you remember in that first goal, it was the work of Grimm to get that puck deep, and then Bergen able to come in and draw that goal there. And we're down in the last 16 seconds. Is there any time left for either of these teams? We're going to get an icing call, and that might give an opportunity. 10 seconds even as we go. We've been sponsored today. Silver sponsors are enjoying A-Cane. A-Cane is providing a prize pack to the Sidney Crosby Award winner. That award, chosen by the coaches, A-Cane is leveling up the UMH-68 experience. Don't miss the opportunity to gear up like a pro. And Team Black, we're winding down here. Maybe time for one last shot. That period was all Team Black. 3 unanswered goals, and they hold the 40-minute lead here. Don't forget, after the playing summary, we're going to have a quick interview with Coach Keller joining us, local Saskatoon area coach, and we'll get a chance to hear his thoughts on what his early take is on this experience. And then hopefully he gets pep talk notes to bring his Blue team back in. Pretty even, all Blue the first period, and then all Black the second. What a third period we've got lined up to finish this off.
Is available for purchase on the concourse. Come to the video booth if you're interested.
And we're going to give you the second period scoring summary right here. Of course, UMH Black holding the all-important lead with 4 goals to the 3 from Team Blue. Impressive period 2 action there, and a good push from Black. Bergen with a couple of goals here. And the period 2 scoring summary, Rylan Bergen starting early with the goal, with the assist from Braden Quo and Maxime Christian on defense. We said Christian was having a quiet game there, and he chipped in there. Followed up 4 minutes later by a goal from Rylan Bergen again, scoring 2 goals in a 4-minute time span. Brody Grimm, as we mentioned earlier, putting a lot of good forecheck pressure, making some room for Bergen. So Bergen from Grimm and Williams, and then they rounded out the scoring. Braden Cole with a beautiful goal, and he hit a crossbar too, and Rylan Bergen with his third point. And that brings us to a 4-3 lead. No, I think the video, he's doing all the... All right, welcome here to the second intermission. We're joined by Coach Ryan Keller, coach of team, what do you got today, Blue? Yeah, you got Coach Team Blue. Ryan's regular day job, of course, he is the head coach and general manager of the Saskatoon Contacts here in the city. Ryan, what brings you to the tournament today?
Well, Hugh had reached out a couple months ago and kind of put a bug in my ear as far as what they were trying to put together here and the history of the event in different provinces. And I thought it was a good opportunity to get out and see some different faces and some kids that I haven't had a chance to look at yet. And then anytime you're in the rink trying to help kids get better and in events like this, it's always enjoyable as well.
Now, you've had a lot of success as a player internationally. You had some NHL experience, played professionally. Think back to when you were 12 years old. What were some of those messages that coaches were telling you early that sunk in and made a difference?
Yeah, I think just competing, I think, is the biggest thing, right? And enjoying the game and having a willingness to get better. I think you're always, every time you come on the ice, you're trying to find a way to get better and something to improve at. And for these kids to come out here and probably a lot of kids that they know and familiar faces, but then some that they're not familiar with, you get to kind of measure yourself against some different people and see those areas that you need to address maybe.
Awesome. And you don't really have a lot of time to kind of gel. You've had a practice, 2 games under here. How do you get chemistry on a team? Where do you start? Like, what are some points that you...
Yeah, I think you probably try and keep a few lines together and let them build that a little bit throughout the weekend. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's no different than they're gonna have these experiences for the rest of their lives at different tryouts and camps. And yeah, you don't have a lot of time to build chemistry, but you got to talk on the bench and work some things through that way and find any way you can to speed up because yeah, the practice time's just not there.
What do you think's the impact of having ambassadors? I know you got your WHL guy. What kind of impact are you seeing them have in the whole experience?
Well, I think it's huge. I think that for them, it's the kids can relate to them. I think they're current players, obviously. I mean, for us as coaches, it doesn't really matter where we've played. I think a lot of the kids look at it as 100 years ago.
You're an old guy now,
yeah. So it's tough to relate, but I think when you have the kids that are right in it, and they can go this winter maybe, and when Kelowna comes through, they'll be able to watch our ambassador Rowan play, and I think it's a great thing for our kids or for these kids at the tournament.
Early on, it was evident there's a lot of skill on your side. You know, you got some really good guys. Just their ability to put a puck in space and then make something happen. Is that something you taught them, or they came in with this already?
No, I haven't had a chance to work with them in that kind of area, but I think you're seeing that more and more in today's game, that the talent level's just so much higher than it was maybe previous years. And where years ago you're trying to teach all that stuff, I think now maybe it's more of a you're trying to teach the game and how it's played in a team structure and environment.
Yeah, and of course, we're just seeing the competitive aspect on the feed. There's all of the behind the scenes stuff that's going on that's part of this UM68 experience. What kind of messaging do you give? Like when I was talking with Jason, the organizer, he's talking about this is kind of like how to be a hockey player. What are some of those tips that you give that could stick with a 12-year-old in terms of how they carry themselves as athletes?
Yeah, I think just how to be a good teammate too, right? Especially in these short-term events where you're trying to get to know each other right away. And it's important to put yourself out there, and the relationships you form now, could last a lifetime. They could be playing on the same team 3-4 years from now or 10 years from now. So when hockey's passed them by, it's you always fall back onto the relationships and the people you've met along the way. So just really trying to soak all that aspect of it in.
Yeah, and we're in an arena right now, but apparently they say it's the first day of summer. What any advice for a player maybe between now and the start of the next season on ways to improve their ability?
Well, I think there's all kinds of different ways, whether it's on ice or off ice, but I think at the same time, I'm a big proponent of taking some time away too. I think you got to be kids, and it can be as much as it's a physical grind, it can be a mental grind too. So I think just taking that time away and being a kid and playing ball or going fishing or all the stuff you do away from the game is important as well.
Now, thinking of next season and your work with the contacts, what are you excited about?
Just getting our group together. I think it's obviously being new to it. It's going to be my first chance to work with that group, and I'm excited to kind of instill how we want to play the game and get to know the kids more.
Lots of shades of like this facility here, just fantastic. I haven't been in here yet. A lot of similarities to Merlis. Where you guys do most of your work, and what does it mean to be able to take this event and be part of it for Martensville?
Oh, it's big. I think you get to showcase the facility and see all that, and then you just the more people you get through here, you understand that the hockey, the history in Martensville is deep too. So it's a great facility and great that you can bring people throughout the province into it.
We're pleased to welcome Ryan Keller. Thanks for taking the time to talk to the feed. I know you got some things you want to say to your guys, and one goal and you're right back in it again. Eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll keep going.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Take care.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the final period of our opening set of games here. Team Black holding a 4-3 lead over Team Blue. We just want to point out two important sponsorships that have allowed some of the players here to overcome some of the financial constraints that might have prevented them from coming. Iron Ghost Construction is a dedicated Platinum national sponsor, and Iron Ghost has provided player scholarships at all 4 of the events. So this helps young families chase their dreams on and off the ice without worrying about the financial commitment. And we also want to acknowledge Up My Hockey. They've also chipped in scholarships, essentially to make sure that every kid has an opportunity to become the best player that they can be. So a huge shout out to both Iron Ghost Construction and Up My Hockey for giving that financial boost to the families to allow their kids to take part in this showcase event. We are set. The energy is high here. It's anybody's game still. Period 1 was all Team Blue. Period 2, all Team Black. Now we've got the rubber match. We'll see who comes out of this game with the win. Team Black with the touch-up goes all the way through, no ice, and it goes all the way back in. And both teams will have received their final set of instructions from their coaches with the adjustments needed. And we'll see what kind of happens here. That puck shot from Scheidel on the point is deflected wide off the stick of Jackson Walter. And now making their move up the ice, Team Blue making their adjustment. The ice still fairly slippery here. What a beautiful facility we have in the Martensville Recreation Complex. And once again, we got an odd man rush with Team Black. And what a shot! Looking shot all the way. Team Black, Weston Filson. Now he didn't even hesitate. Got right to the top of the hash mark, and he wires one up into the corner, beating Bodnerchuk. And Team Black early with a 5-3 lead. What a rocket. Beautiful shot by Filson. We're seeing some amazing shot making here by these players early on. All 4 teams have got dangerous snipers. Now let's see if we get a bounce back here from Team Blue. That puck cleanly won by Istis, and he just chips it in. And that puck goes over the stick of Horn. And now Kim in the corner. He's not given any room to move by Quo.
Team Black holds his first in the tournament, scored by number.
And up comes a familiar look. Team Black rushing up, and Bergen with 2 goals already and an assist, looking to add to that point total. And now Istis. Look at Istis come in. He's gone in. Oh, he just ran out of room. Good initial push by Istis. He just couldn't quite find enough space. And that, with that pressure, Black forced to ice it. And we'll get a face-off in the Black zone here. 18:23 to go. Iron Ghost Construction, recognized as a top contractor in multiple industries such as oil and gas, forestry, and agriculture, from building turnkey production facilities that produce canola oil, biodiesel, condensate, and oil, keeping up with the industry changes in forestry. Iron Ghost Construction, your Platinum national sponsor. And we're picking up the action here. Black already coming up out of the zone. Christian. We said earlier, he plays a quiet role, and he dumps Serrano Parker. And a slap shot. Bodnerchuk comes up with the glove save, and that puck cleared, and it won't have enough legs to make it all the way down. And so Christian will have to bring it around, and he safely just plays it around and up, and it's not touched, and it goes all the way through. And no icing called on the play. That puck making its 200-foot journey very quickly. Puck now finds itself onto the stick of Team Black and picked up in the neutral zone. And Braden Gorel, he's hard to get off that puck when he gets it on his stick. And now Team Blue with a little bit of pressure. And we'll see, they can get some puck generated towards the net activity. They need something, bring up a spark. Pilling now
Pilling not afraid to rush it, but this time he opts for that outlet pass, and he feeds a speeding player forward, and there's an opportunity on Blue with great pressure, and they got back on the scoreboard, and sure enough, it's Goral. You knew with that play of his, he was going to make something happen, and Goral brings Blue back up to within a goal. Braden Goral coming out with 2 excellent shifts in a row, and we're seeing that line that had so much success in the first period back out. Estes Lintott and Kim, oh, nice move there at the point. And now Nate Lintott bringing it in. He's taking a look and not able to get much on that shot, and it gets corralled quickly, but the all-important offensive zone face-off. Now we'll see who's going to take it. It looks like we're going to get Kim, and it looks like Filson was able to win that face-off, and Black has possession of it. Clausen working with on the boards, trying to keep it in, and Lintott, couple of moves there, but Black comes out, and we got 2 Black players coming in, and that shot not able to get through. Blue having numbers back. They are making sure that they can neutralize some of those odd man rushes. If they can cut down on those odd man rushes against Black, they might have themselves back in, and they've already pulled within goal, within 1. And that headline fronting pass up now. Black looking to set something up again and unable to, and Kim gets it up to Lintott. Lintott squeezed out into the corner, and Black with the puck again. And that looked like Keenan Williams just chipping it up the boards, and Filson now the center with the puck on his stick, and he gets it around, not quite out, and Lintott pressing in the corner. Nate Lintott still with the puck behind the net. Now he comes out, and now he cycles it back behind to Eistes, and Eistes, the weird angle shot, and they draw even with the goal. Nate Lintott to Estes, and Rowan Estes making his presence felt again. And now Team Blue and Black drawn even. We didn't give Ryan Keller very much time to talk to his players, and whatever he's told them managed to make a difference, and it's back to Blue. 5 aside, and we have 15:36 with a thriller. Lots of offense, some great goaltending, and we've got ourselves a tie game here. And we're only in the first round of our games. 2 evenly matched teams. Puck now on the point. Keith with the shot, and he gets it through, but it's not, doesn't make it past goaltender Lachlan Horn. The puck centered again. Blue now starting their turn to look dangerous again. And they get another shot on net with a spot. Oh! And Jakubek had a wonderful opportunity. He just lifted it a little too high. And we're starting to see teams taking chances. A little bit shaken up on the play there. Looks like number 5, Keenan Williams. And we're going to see who comes off, and it looks like it's going to be Riley Souster getting the gate. And Black will have an opportunity to push the issue here and try to retake the lead. Remember, Black started the game off with a quick goal, and then Blue, with 3 goals in the first period, took a commanding 3-1 lead, and then it was all Black in the second, and now it's all Blue. 2 streaky scoring teams here. Let's see if Black has an answer. Taking the draw, number 13, Walker Parkinson, and immediately Black showed such great puck movement on the 5v5 format. Let's see what they can do with the man advantage. They're moving it around well. Scheidel, the Nipawin product, he is very patient with the puck. Almost out, but not quite. And we've got some movement. Team Black, puck is in the crease area. 2 whacks at it, but Bodnarchuk
up to the task, and he keeps that out and keeps this tie game score. Elite Prospects is the gateway to hockey. Online since 1999, EliteProspects.com is the #1 statistical hockey resource, serving over 1 million unique visitors weekly. It offers the most informative hockey player database on the web and has the most reliable transaction tracker available. And we're back in action here. Team Black on the power play, looking to take the lead again. Ciccani, the defenseman, showing great presence there, not afraid to carry the puck a little bit and make some room for his teammates, but Blue picks it up, sends it all the way down the ice, and on the penalty kill, Walker Morrow causing a little bit of issues, and now Kim, who had that second goal of the game, he is showing some penalty kill speed, and Black will set things up again, looking to make the zone, and puck's now deep. A little bit of a give and go there, initiated by Sutter Ciccani, and Black coming out with it. Two players on the puck, and Blue not quite able to get it out, and Scheidel able to get that puck back in, and Black retained possession on this power play. And we'll be soon back up to even strength. We don't see the time on the score clock. Oh, we do. 14 seconds to go in the Souster penalty. And here comes Ciccani. Again, he's already shown as a defenseman, he does not mind carrying that puck. He makes things happen, still with the puck on his stick. And the power play comes to an end. One more shot, and Bodnarchuk up for the challenge. He steers it off the blocker into the corner. And again, Bodnarchuk, this time with the stick save. And Blue weathers the storm. Oh, and a good follow through on the check there. And that was Nate Lintott. And now Black asserting themselves. Black showing great patience here in the offensive zone. But Blue coming up with it now. Coming out is one of the goal scorers, Braden Gorel. Both players end up upended in the corner. Both teams end. We got the puck in front of the net. Istis, again, no gap seems to be safe when you're defending this guy. He is making things happen all over the rink, and his skill set being very dangerous here later in the game. And we'll see if he's got any late game heroics left in him. Something, both teams playing fairly even now. As time ticks away, we have 11:33 left in the game. Score knotted at 5. That puck, Bodnarchuk with 2 big saves. After having facing some tough shots there in the second half, Bodnarchuk has settled in. And we mentioned before that the dual nature of the goaltenders, we don't have goaltenders facing the entire game. We're bringing them in part way through, and so Bodnarchuk is on the receiving end of no warm-up going into that second period, and now with some time and some place, he's stood very tall, making some key saves here, keeping his team in it. And he's a playmaker and a difference maker. Puck now on the point, and that goes just wide. And Parker Serrano upended. He was looking for a penalty, but he won't be getting one, and he goes right back to work. And a good pinch there by Clausen. He keeps that play alive. And we'll see what Blue can do. These players not playing tight with the tie game, which is great to see. We're seeing good offensive chances being taken by the defenders, and great back check by our forwards, and that's kind of what you want to see here early on. Well, you want to see that all the time, I guess, but great exhibition by all 68 kids so far in these first 2 games. And we're only 2 out of 10 games into this. It's only going to get better as the feed and as the game continues.
And we're going to get an icing call here, charged against Team Black with 9:52 to go. But once again, we want to thank BioSteel. They are the National Platinum sponsor. Between hockey practices, tournaments, and road trips, staying hydrated is a must, and now it's easier than ever with BioSteel's Variety Pack, available at Costco Canada. 24 bottles, 3 top flavors, and 0 sugar. It's a no-brainer for hockey families. Stock up on BioSteel products today. Blue now. Holland, and he isn't able to get his way through, but he had some puck pressure there for a second. And now we're looking, puck in the neutral zone, teams exchanging possession here, and a little break here. And we've got a shot. Oh, just one extra, and a great feed. We've seen that combination already today. Jax Fellner, he retained possession. He probably felt like he double clutched there, but Fellner carried it, saw his teammate Sawyer Guntoniak, and Guntoniak makes good on that slot shot. Not much Bodnerchuk to do there, but just a great effort by Jax Fellner. And an equally good finish. Sawyer Guntoniak puts Team Black back up on the 39th shot for them in a game. The shot totals, this is an offense-oriented start to this showcase here. Shot totals well over and close to that 40 shot mark on both games so far. And the goaltender's getting a lot of work. And not to be outdone, the defense, great pass through to 9, and Bodnerchuk there. Sutter Chicane just continually causing fits there from his defensive spot with his rush orientation, and Bodnerchuk dealing with a little bit of traffic in front, and he's able to come up with the puck and force the stop and getting a much needed change. And now we see lining up for the face-off here. And that puck drawn and won by number 5. That puck lofted into the net area and is tipped just wide. Team Blue looking to respond here. They had a good start to the period, drawing even. And now we're seeing Gorel, or scratch that, we're actually seeing Clausen from his defensive spot making something move, and our defenders now, and a big shot in front, and the denial, Lachlan Horns coming out and cutting down the angle and making that position save, and keeping his team's lead. That was very nearly the tying goal, and I think it was Souster in front. He already has a goal too, so he's a dangerous player. The Martensville product playing out of Delisle. And another shot, and this time the goal, and Jakubek, this time one of our Alberta players with the game-tying goal. Jakubek playing out of the Alberta Elite Hockey League, and we've got a 6-6, and it doesn't get much more even than that. You look at that scoreboard, tied 6-6, both teams with 40 shots on net. Just an outstanding effort here, and we still have time left for some late game dramatic finish. Black goes right back to work here, puck down to Scheidel, and that shot, he wafted on it a little bit, came a little loose. And now bringing that puck around, Team Blue looking for the breakout. Blue having so much success in the neutral zone. Black making that adjustment to stop it. And Blue with the shot in. Oh, centering pass, and not quite able to get that stretch was Keaton Keith. A little longer stick, and he probably sees an open net. And then a shot down with Bodnerchuk, turning that one away. You'd expect with this kind of a score, maybe a little bit of tightening of the hands on the stick, but that's not the case. These kids, and of course, every one of these guys has played in big league games already, so it should come as a surprise that they're not getting the nerves out.
And we're seeing high-level play here still. Lots of great passing. And what kind of goal is it going to be to break this deadlock here? Could it be a point shot? And Bodnarchuk says no. He kicks that one away. And Sutter Chicane, he's been an offensive force, not afraid to carry that a little bit. And now we've got Estes, and this isn't what you want to see right in front of you. He had lots of room there, but just a great stop. Lachlan Horn, the Saskatoon Fury, came out, cut the angle down, and he nets that one right in the leather. But this line here for Team Blue, a lot of offense generated from them, and so Team Black, that puck stopped, and just like clockwork, Team Blue with the pull ahead, and that was Kim with his second. He opened the scoring for Team Blue, and he's right in the right spot at the right time. That puck came off. Initially, looks like it was off the stick of Grant Lintott. Might have had a hand on it too, but it was Kim with that whack at it. He makes no hesitation to put his team back up 7-6 late in the game. Let's see if Black has a response. They seem to have come back every single time, and I would expect we're going to see a little bit of that, using some of their speed and strength, just prise them right off the puck. And it looked like Walker Parkinson just asserting himself and planning that blue player. Parkinson now gonna go and get himself into a spot. And that puck tied up, looking for it, and a nice quick shot on net. And Bodnarchuk had to be sharp there because that had 5-hole written all over it. That quick release from Sawyer Guntoniak, that could have been the equalizer goal. 6 minutes even left. Shots stand at 44-43 in favor of Team Black. And Black winning the draw. That puck not making it through, but the rebound certainly did. And once again, Bodnarchuk with that quick pad save. And now we got a break on Blue. And Black turning that away, not allowing any kind of movement for Team Blue, and picking up behind his net is Owen Grant. And Grant just calmly sends it behind the net, puts it back onto the stick of Kiefer Pilling. Pilling picking up an assist on that last goal. And Team Blue reasserting themselves. Lots of goal scoring here, great plays all around, and this is just the first game for these fellas. We're in for a great weekend of hockey here at the Martensville Recreation Complex. And now puck tied up behind the net, and trying to get a little bit of room is Blue as they're turned back again, and it looks like Souster now, he'll come and break it up. And he's gassed. He gets off the ice and gets the line change. Gorel and Shays both out in relief. Oh, big contact, collision behind both players. That one looked like it hurt a little bit, and Kiefer Pilling making his way back. He paid a bit of a price, but he got the puck out, but sometimes that's what you got to do to maintain that lead. And right back in again, Team Black, Weston Filson. And it's not like one person's doing all the scoring. This is a well-rounded affair on both sides of the puck. These players living up to that promise that we had, and Bodnarchuk once again settled right in. He's really giving a lot of stability to that Blue comeback. Struggled a little early, and that's probably because of the cold nature, just coming straight in halfway through that period, and he has been stellar keeping Black at bay, and probably one of the biggest reasons why Blue is leading this game. Team Blue trying to keep the puck in the Black zone. Hard to score if you can't get out. Now Williams
from his defensive spot. He's working his way all the way through, and he's going to get a shot. Just had that. I think that side of the net was open, but he just came up short there, and now all the way back for Team Black, Maxine Christian. He's had a solid game back there. Couple of assists. Just a steady, stay-at-home guy making wise choices. And there again, nice pass up, and the outlet goes. That was a great breakout for Team Black. And that gets them the ice change that they needed. Fresh set of legs out with 3:02 to go. And now some pressure, and just puck pressure. And once again, Bodnerchuk, he's just got that bottom half of the net sealed right off. Nothing's getting by him, you think. But that's the kind of pressure you need as Team Black. They are, any shot looks like a good shot right now. 2:56 to go. Shots now 47 for Team Black, 43 for Team Blue. We had Tynan in earlier from Elite Goaltending, and what a role he's having from Focus Goaltending. The goaltenders just having all kinds of action here, and Scheidel just pushing that puck through, and he broke stick of I think Souster, and Souster reloads with a new twig, and he gets it deep, and he'll come off. Maybe enough time for him to get out on the ice one more time, and Scheidel able to get the puck up, and it's on the stick of Bergen, who did so much damage in that second period. And let's see if Bergen's got it out. Hard to get off the puck, and he gets it out in front. And once again, the story of this third period, just the play of Ben Bodnerchuk, just settled right in and closes the door. And we've got a timeout called. Coach Courage Bear wanting to take a look. He's got a face-off, and we'll see whether he aims to go with the goaltender pulled. Of course, this is round robin, and every goal is counting, and you can just see this is early game, and we're going to get some goaltender, and it looks indeed like we're going to see some 6-on-5 action. Don't forget to stay with us at the end of the game. We're going to have the Ritchie Brothers 3 Stars presentation and the Witherspoon Realty sponsored Games Grit and Grind Award. Witherspoon Realty, looking to buy or sell a home? We've got you covered. Since 2009, our award-winning team has been helping clients navigate Witherspoon Realty, your Games Grit and Grind Award, and Ritchie Brothers, powering big moves on and off the rink when it comes to buying and selling heavy equipment. Ritchie Brothers is the name you can trust. We got 2:12 to go, and we've got 6 skaters and nobody in net for Team Black. Let's see if we can, looking to draw even here and force a tie at least. And with the round robin in play, Black working with that extra guy, trying to get it in. That puck is cleared. And like he has done so much in this game already, Ciccani, if you want the puck on a defender's stick, it's probably going to be Sutter Ciccani. He has shown no fear out there and gets that puck on a Bergen stick, and another quick pad save. A lot of the highlight names here in this last two, Ciccani, Bodnerchuk, Bergen, all factoring in that play, and that puck remains out. And lots of pressure now. That puck shot over and up. 90 seconds to go in the game. Black, hallmark of their play, especially in the last 40 minutes, has been their ability to control the offensive zone with that wide, spread out fashion, just causing fits to defend. Blue content to stay and keep everything in front of them. Black looking for that opening that they need. A net front guy there. A little bit of a battle going on with Weston Filson trying to provide a little bit of pressure. And Williams comes up big there with the pinch, and we got the shot, and it's going to go all the length of the ice. And that'll bring up icing. 44 seconds left. Blue with the 1-goal lead.
Once again, the Witherspoon Realty Games Grit and Grind Award will be awarded at the conclusion of this contest. And then the 3-star award sponsored by Ritchie Brothers. Stay tuned at the end of the broadcast to see who picks up those 4 awards. And we are going to have 2 more rounds of games here later this afternoon. The players are going to take an opportunity to catch your breath and do some off-ice sessions. So much of this weekend about that off-ice preparation portion. And we are down into 20 seconds. Does Team Black have a little bit of late game heroics in them? Who's going to put that puck past Bodnerchuk? Doesn't look like anybody's really going to be able to do it. He has been so locked down in this period. We got 6 seconds left. That puck not through, and we're going to get a clear, and that's probably going to bring us 4 lead changes during the course of that. Black taking the lead, Blue taking it back, Black taking the lead, Blue taking it back. And a 1-goal contest, and the coaches all smiles. What a great way to start their weekend off too. And we're going to get the handshakes and then the presentations.
Final shots on goal. 50 for Team Black. Team Blue.
Fantastic. A lot of offense here. A-Cane Hockey is your silver level sponsor. A-Cane is providing a prize package to the prestigious Sidney Crosby Award winner. That award will be chosen by the coaches at the end of the tournament. A-Cane is leveling up the UMH-68 experience as the provider of the exclusive prize packs for recipients of the prestigious Sidney Crosby Award, chosen by the coaches. A-Cane also offering all UMH-68 athletes a special 25% off discount. And keeping our players safe and ready to play, Beams Physiotherapy, player safety top priority at the UMH-68. And we're proud to partner with Beams Physiotherapy here in Martensville to help make that all happen.
The game's Grit and Grind Award winner is Stutter Chikini.
And naturally, a well-deserving Sutter Chikini receiving the Grit Award, and that being sponsored by Witherspoon Realty. Chikini, that puck was on his stick for a good chunk of that game, and now we're into the 3-star selection.
At UMH-68 Saskatchewan. Our first star today, the 3rd star today is Brady Gorel.
And Brayton Gorel with a goal and a couple of assists here from Team Blue picks up the 3rd star. He got the game tire, got his team back into it, and he picks up a star for his efforts.
Our 2nd star today is Team Black's Rylan Bergen.
And of course, Rylan Bergen, he had a 3-point explosion in that 3rd period, or in that 2nd period, pardon me, bringing his team back into the game. And Owen Morley playing such a pivotal role in the first half of that game. That Morley-Bodnerchuk combo combining for the win. And those are your 4 winners of the individual prize awards. The Chikini, Gorel, Bergen, and the goalie, Owen Morley, your 4 individual player winners. And now a little bit of gamesmanship between some of these players. Some of them, of course, playing with each other during the regular season or against each other. A lot of them know each other really well. Now it's a wonderful way to end our morning session. 1 goal separating Team Blue, taking it Team Black. We'll see. Drop at 4:15 here at Martensville Recreation Center.